Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman, I thank you. Appreciate you being here and your presentation. You know, one of the things that I'm involved in, and we did a little road trip over the course of the last several months regarding fire and EMS issues. EMS providers obviously are the first line of defense, if you will, or response to healthcare emergencies throughout the state. Many of them are relying on reimbursement through Medicare and Medicaid. And as I understand through the conversations that we've had during the course of those hearings, many of those rates and those reimbursements have not been evaluated or revisited, though thought to have been under consideration, or might have been under consideration over the course of the last couple of years. Nothing's been done for roughly 10 years for those providers. Where are we with regard to looking at how we're going to take care of that first line of defense as they struggle to survive in rural West Virginia?
Well, I mean, to be frank, Senator, there are various provider groups that have not had provider rate increases for years, and EMS providers really always come to the top of the list when we talk internally at the department of who has not had an increase in, the longest amount of time and probably is the most deserved. We've been very hesitant to have any provider rate increases over the past few years because of the state's fiscal situation. I don't want to mislead anyone. I mean, we would be reluctant to just start increasing provider rates, carte blanche, without a thorough plan. But I guess to your point, yes, sir, EMS providers, they are recognized as having gone without a provider rate increase for some time. Now, also on the EMS side, there have been some beneficial things that have broken or that have transpired. On the SUD waiver at Medicaid, this is an 1115 waiver to deal with substance abuse. EMS providers will now be paid for Narcan. We'll also pay EMS providers to take someone to a treatment facility as opposed to just the emergency department. Ultimately, that will mean less spend for the Medicaid program, but that's something historically we would not pay EMS for. And what our hope is on that, one, there's another line of reimbursement, another funding stream for EMS providers, but also we're hoping that it will mitigate this issue where folks are having to go out and give Narcan to the same individuals multiple times in a day, which I'm sure folks, senators on the committee, and certainly I've heard of that situation and know that that's happening. We have to figure that out. That's not a productive way to deal with that crisis. People need Narcan, and we are big proponents of that, but repeatedly receiving Narcan without treatment, that's a problem, and I hope that waiver will help mitigate that.